If you're over 50 and have built substantial retirement assets, your greatest risk is no longer market performance, it's taxation. If most of your wealth is sitting inside qualified accounts, the IRS is likely your largest long-term beneficiary. My name is Jennifer Ramos, Managing Partner and Financial Strategist at Arcadian Wealth Management. And today, I want to address something many high asset families overlook. Retirement isn't about how much you've accumulated. It's about how efficiently you can distribute it. The families we work with are disciplined. They've accumulated 1 million, 2 million, sometimes significantly more. They've maximized their qualified plans. They've built investment portfolios. They've created strong balance sheets. On paper, they are positioned well. But when we ask, how is your income structured for retirement? How are you managing future required minimum distributions? How exposed are you to tax bracket compression? There's often silence because most advisors focus on growth. Very few design distribution architecture. And for families over 50, distribution architecture is everything. Qualified retirement plans, 401ks, traditional IRAs, SEP IRAs grow tax deferred. But tax deferred means delayed taxation, not avoided taxation. At age 73, required minimum distributions begin. And for high asset households, those distributions can be substantial, 6 figures annually in some cases. Every dollar is taxed as ordinary income, not capital gains, not preferential rates, ordinary income. That can trigger high federal brackets, increase state tax exposure, push Medicare IRMAA premiums higher, cause up to 85% of Social Security to become taxable, reduce flexibility in charitable and estate strategies. If your retirement wealth is concentrated in tax-deferred accounts, you have built a taxable future. And tax policy is one of the few variables you cannot control. Many affluent retirees are surprised to discover they pay as much or more in taxes during retirement than they did during peak earning years. Not because they lacked assets, but because they lacked structure. At this stage of life, the conversation changes. This is no longer about accumulation. It's about tax efficiency, income layering, longevity protection, legacy preservation. The question is no longer, how large is the account? The question becomes, how is it positioned? Because once RMDs begin, optionality decreases, and high net worth planning requires optionality. At Arcadian Wealth Management, we focus on tax-aware retirement design. That may include phased Roth conversion strategies, not reactive conversions, but intentionally timed conversions during controlled income years. The objective? Reduce future RMD pressure, shift assets into tax-free growth environments, create tax diversification, provide heirs with more efficient wealth transfer. Paying tax strategically on your terms is very different than paying tax reactively under IRS mandates. We also evaluate whether a portion of assets should be repositioned into protected income structures. There's a significant difference between a qualified investment account and a structured income solution. Certain annuity designs, when used properly, can provide principal protection, deliver lifetime income guarantees, insulate income market volatility, reduce sequence of returns risk, support spousal continuity. This is not about replacing growth assets. It's about building income certainty. In the later stages of wealth building, predictability becomes more valuable than upside. Long-term care integration. Healthcare risk is often the single largest unknown expense in retirement. Traditional long-term care policies can be restrictive, However, certain modern annuity structures include income multipliers tied to long-term care events. If 2 of the 6 activities of daily living cannot be performed, income may increase for a defined period. What does that accomplish? It protects retirement assets from being liquidated prematurely due to healthcare costs. That's coordinated planning, not product-driven planning. We recently worked with a couple, both 62, combined retirement assets approximately 1.8 million. Strong portfolio, well diversified, but nearly all assets were tax deferred. After running forward tax projections, incorporating RMD schedules, Medicare premium tiers, Social Security taxation, survivor income adjustments, we identified over $400,000 in projected lifetime avoidable tax exposure. They had no Roth positioning, no tax-free income layer, no income diversification outside market-based withdrawals. After implementing a structured Roth conversion strategy and repositioning a portion of assets into a guaranteed income solution, they achieved reduced RMD projections, improved survivor income protection, lower projected Medicare premium exposure, greater confidence entering retirement. They didn't need more growth. They needed better architecture. Here's the reality. Many high net worth retirees discover too late. A 401k is an accumulation tool. It is not a retirement income system. It is not a tax minimization strategy by itself. True retirement planning involves tax buckets: taxable, tax-deferred, tax-free. When structured correctly, those buckets allow you to control tax brackets, control timing, control legacy efficiency. When everything sits in one tax-deferred bucket, the IRS dictates terms, and affluent households should never allow external policy to dictate long-term wealth strategy. If you are over 50 and have built significant retirement assets, this is the stage where refinement matters. At Arcadian Wealth Management, we offer a retirement tax architecture review. In that strategy session, we analyze your RMD trajectory, your projected lifetime tax exposure, Medicare premium impact, income layering strategies, Roth conversions feasibility, long-term care integration options. This is not about chasing returns. It's about preserving control. Because retirement isn't about how much you've accumulated, it's about how intelligently it's positioned. If you would like a second opinion on your current strategy, schedule a conversation with our team by clicking the link in the description or clicking the button below. Fill out a couple questions and you can schedule a time on our calendar. Be proactive, be strategic, and ensure the wealth you built is structured for longevity, not erosion. I'm Jennifer Ramos, Managing Partner at Arcadian Wealth Management, and I look forward to speaking with you.